And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Bears of Oakland taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where... Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Bears of Oakland taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 17 yards to pick up there. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. The Vikings at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Levis sets up the throw here. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Levis, he's going to audible to something else. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here. Come on, guys. Let's go now. Go down. Go get down. They can score on these guys. Downfield. He's been open all day. Let's go.
Levis now on 1st and 10. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Levis ran it last time. Here he looks to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. An audible here to get a new look. They run for it with Harris. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Completes this out wide. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Harris is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Moore, the man in motion. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And this will be a touchdown. Tyler Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And Levis going to change the play. Second and 6. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Levis from his own end zone. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
And there was some of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Levis looking to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
First and 10. Here's Levis. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shot here on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and playing it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Levis looking to move him around a bit. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On first down, Levis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here is 3rd and 5. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Levis from the gun. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play. Points on the board for their team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's another carry for Harris. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Evans, the man in motion left. Levis on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1st and 10, it's Levis. Touchdown! Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead. fourth.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Harris going to get it again on second down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Levis, he's going to audible to something else. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Harris. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Harris running straight ahead. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Here's second down and 3. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. First and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Down at the 25.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Harris. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll come up first and 10 here. Levis to throw. Oh, and that's That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Bears, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us.